And hello, we are here. It is time for the best of Secret World Legends. We are going back to Kingsmouth today, as the hint and all the schedule has said. I didn't know for sure where exactly I was going to go, but I had a pretty good idea. I am definitely going to the scrapyard to have some fun with Edgar's missions, and we'll see where we go from there. He's only got 2 missions. He doesn't have my favorite mission because, of course, we don't have the Ox mission. He technically doesn't have that mission, but he has some good lines in it anyway. It's Moose's mission. But yeah, so Edgar is definitely one of my favorite characters ever. And he's a lot of fun. He speaks pretty plainly. And so that's where that comes from, and it's fun. And we're getting ready to have Dark Gartha release in just 6 more days. So I wanted to kind of go back to the beginning, as it were. I tweeted out a couple different things. I had an article that I talked about the upcoming changes in Funcom's general future now that they've released their financials. That look pretty good. They are debt free, so that's always an awesome thing. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good coming out of Secret World and Funcom right now. I'm always a little leery to get too excited just because of things that go on, and I talk about that a little bit in my article that I wrote about it. But yeah, otherwise, it's all about going back to the beginning, as the Buffy clip I posted said. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna play a little bit in here. We have a whole bunch of chat over here that we don't really need because... there we go. Okay. Somebody just stuck. Alright, so let's go ahead and just get started. This is the scrapyard. This is a place that the main story totally scripts over now, which is pretty sad. I went through it. I came walking by here and picked up the exploration badge. I've had this character for a year and a half. Been running around doing streams. Have not even touched the scrapyard yet. That is insane. So yeah, the new storyline totally skips over this area, and Edgar is amazing. So that's what we're gonna talk about, and that's what we're gonna watch.
Tango! Cash! Down, boys! I said down! Hush or you'll taste a stick. You know you will. Shut your pie holes, boys! We got ourselves visitors. Woohoo! And this one's breathing. Oh, yeah. Now that's more like it. Ooh, they're mean some bitches. Sooner bite a chunk off your BUT as look at you. Watch as you don't make eye contact, particularly with Cash there. That's the one right there. You don't much care for that. And he's the friendly one. Hey, Tango! Leave that arm alone. It's infected. Fucking dumb motherfucker. Jesus Christ on a bicycle. Fucker's got a taste for Frankies. Oh, dog's been keeping the yard clean. Goddamn Frankensteins get spooked by him. Those who don't get spooked, they get torn into tiny little pieces. Even I get sick of watching them go at it. And I've seen some sick shit in my life. But the boys, they can't get to all of them. Frankies and Smurfs keep popping up like bunny rabbits at Easter. Boom, boom, you know what I mean? You a dog person? Cats are good for nothing, except as yowling dish rags. You been a hero and all? I'm guessing it don't matter much. You ain't got a choice. You're here to fight Frankies and those mutant Smurfs, right? I even got some toys you can play with. Toys that go boom and splat. Don't ask me where I get them, because I won't tell you, and they ain't none of your business, you understand me? Look at that serious face on you. So now, maybe my boys can take a breather while I get some work done on the short bus from hell right here. We got ourselves a deal, hero. Mind you keep the noise down. Tango and Cash are the sensitive types, you know? But I reckon they'll be happy to pick through the pieces after.
Yep, definitely the Secret World, definitely Edgar. He is awesome, and definitely gonna have some fun with it. Now these are pretty straightforward missions, but we're gonna have some fun with them.
Temporary abilities acquired.
You get some EMP grenades and a burning barrel. It's pretty fun. Looking forward to Dark Agartha. Yeah, I mean, I'm eager to see what it happens and what it ends up being. Like I say, I'm gonna be just, you know, standardly, optimistically cautious, as I say. Just gonna wait and see. There's Funcom and Secret World is kind of beyond the situation where I just automatically think, oh, that's going to be cool. Especially when they're just kind of teasing out just a little bit. They're not really telling us what it is. But I'm definitely looking forward to playing it and figuring out what's going on there. And we should have quite a bit of fun. Like I say, I kind of wrote about that whole deal in the article I posted on Twitter. And Funcom in general. Funcom has a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. And they've got some good plans that I think are going to work out for them well. And I wrote the article primarily because, one, it's something I'm going to start doing with my streams, is when I have something that's new, I'm going to kind of give a before and after sort of my initial thoughts before and what I thought of after. But also I just wanted to kind of combat the general... There's two types of people, I think, when it comes to things that they hear about Secret World or Funcom. They either go really super negative, or they just they act like this is going to be the thing that improves their lives forever. And really, you gotta kind of approach any video game with a kind of a little bit more balance than that. Oh, okay. Oops. Can I place all... Oh, I see. No, I can't. I need to specifically get a gunk one. That's no fun. Oh, there it is. Okay. You guys went to the wrong barricade. I do like the changes they made to this for Secret World Legends. The original one was a lot more work, a lot more planning, but the abilities in this are a lot more fun, honestly. With the EMP grenades and the fire barrels just being able to be in your tray. Again, it's just more fun. It's not necessarily better, there's just a different feel to it. Alright, so we got the, that barrier defended. Now we gotta go find the ones that are up here.
Temporary abilities acquired.
Okay, now this one we get a little bit more. We just get, basically blocking the way, sort of thing. Gonna pick them up. Wait for the bad guys. Because these are ones where you really have to just kind of put them in the way, because they will just rush right by. I mean, with my gear, I could just kill these things easy enough, but that wouldn't be fun. It's more fun to play it with the cool temporary powers. The greatest defense is motion. However, on occasion, we must dig in and secure a strategic position, or perhaps simply give that impression. Scrapyard is, like its owner, a locus of labor and mystery. Most likely it amounts to nothing, but places of safety are rare in Kingsmouth, as are projects concerned with communal transportation. In times of death, anything that moves is significant. Either it is the enemy to be killed, or something worth defending. I think I already have this dog. Nope. Sweet. So we got the loyal hound out of that. That is, go ahead and see what they got. That's just like Tango and Cash here. Get a dog as a reward for completing the mission. That's a pretty good reward, worth completing it. The pet. Big old dog. Alright, so that's the first part. Next is the second mission, which involves the actual scrapyard itself. I wish we could at least do the Ox mission, even if we didn't get the item, because that mission was just super fun. But yeah, here's next one is this Full Metal Golem.
She's a real beaut, ain't she? All dressed up and nowhere to go. And she's getting restless. Hush now, baby girl. Hush now. We'll get you sorted, I promise. I know the look of someone who got no understanding of motors. Shit. That's alright. I ain't much good with people, but I'm a genius when it comes to automobiles. This fine lady, she's the only ticket off the island. Wait, did you think you could just walk everyone out of here? Across the bridge, and through the fog, back to Silly Vise Station? You think you're some kind of hero, don't you? That's funny. That's hilarious. That's pure comedy gold. You no more a hero than old Edgar here. You just got fancier moves and city smarts. And those smarts don't count for much under present circumstances. Now, I was getting close to finishing her up, putting the last few pieces in place, when those last few pieces just up and walked out on me. Couldn't believe my eyes. I seen some crazy things out here at night. Things with wings and tentacles and 1,000 screaming mouths. But I ain't never, and I said never, seen scrap metal just get up and stop walking. That's fucked up. You heard me, fucked up. So it seems I can't get no further with the little lady here. Not as long as that transformator keeps rebuilding itself. So I'm stuck out here till the cows come home. And you've seen those cows with your own 2 eyes, haven't you? I have. Those cows, they ain't never coming home.
Fun stuff. Yeah, obviously he's trying to build this this bus, and if you know stuff about Edgar, this isn't just no ordinary bus. He's got some serious plans to try to get people out through the fog. Now, so far he's never been successful, but he's got some plans. This is definitely no ordinary school bus. So we need to get these disassemblers. There's not this one. There he is. And now we gotta quickly get plug from it, or it'll just go back up. And of course, all of his friends come to help him, but we got it. Okay. Like I said, they don't give me much time. It's pretty much you gotta disable him and get in there and steal it. And they will attack you with many, many others. So we're gonna take those out first and then go for this one. That way we don't get the extra aggro. Because 1 or 2 extra is fine, 4 not so much. Because they will stop us from doing the pickup. And that's the problem. Not that they're deadly, it's just they stop us from actually getting us what we need. That one's gonna go off. No, we got it? Good. Okay, good. Automaton phobia. Alright, we gotta go find another one. We got a boss over here. Let's go ahead and kill that. These bosses are pretty easy, so let's go ahead and kill them both. Can't destroy these things, they just keep coming back. There is something else powering them. We don't get to learn what that something else is, unfortunately. Hello. What's funny is all peaceful until you talk to him. Get on this fence, and there we go. Alright, now we gotta hurry and get all this stuff back to Edgar before it reassembles itself. Because if you don't hurry and get it back to him, it'll just put itself back together and you have to start all over.
Tango, cash, fresh meat.
Yay, we got it. Those are pretty straightforward, easy missions, right? We're not concerned with appearances, but the reasons and consequences. Others see a metal golem and scamper to react. They are driven by tactics without meaning. We, on the other hand, turn our attention to the sea. Automatons, imbued with life, are common. They are made to serve their masters, but in this case, life was not granted by a master. It was a spontaneous consequence of a spark in the air. Everything is linked, and the air links everything. And so the question persists, what blew this wind in from the sea? That's even more confusion as to what exactly is going on here. There is a jumping challenge that is here with this old toilet that is nearly impossible. You have to get all the way from the toilet to the lawn chair without touching the ground. I have never gotten this achievement. I kid you not. Because even when I make it, I like don't make it. I fail it somehow. Like that. See, I failed. But you can restart it over and over, and that is why it's so frustrating, because you will restart it over and over. There's a way to get to it, and I don't really know what it is. Like, see, technically I'm on the ground there, but it doesn't count. It's okay. Really weird. And there I go, I failed it. I know I go the wrong way is part of the problem. But yeah, I have never ever gotten this one. We can play with it just a little bit longer. Technically I was on the ground. The game didn't realize I was on the ground. And that's kind of what always kind of confused me about it, is there's like glitches you can take advantage of to make it sure that you make it, but I don't know what they are. And I don't really care to learn what they are, honestly. The jumping puzzles are not my thing, for sure. I imagine if I had a better sprint, I would make that easier. But I'm not even sure how I can make that. Or it could just be you need to jump in the right place. I don't know. I know it's a little different from what it was in the original game. But again, I can't even manage to jump because I'm bad at platforming. I assume you have to jump over there at some point. That makes some sense. I know there's a couple people out there who are like masters of jumping puzzles, and they would be able to do this in a heartbeat, but yeah. Very difficult for me. So we're not gonna do that one. Let's see. So we did Edgar. Let's go back to Moose. Moose is fun. Or we did all the Orochi. Let's go ahead and go back to Moose. He has some fun missions. I have a kitty meowing at me. I don't have my camera on because I am bundled up in like 10 layers because I'm cold. I look pretty silly.
My passion for this life is my greatest weakness. Out there on the road, I found serene understanding of just what there is, which is more than I could ever want. And life is too sacred to miss even one single sunrise from nursing a black eye. That said, indifference is the greatest crime. I never turn my back on decent folks in trouble. And if I learned anything in Baton Rouge, aside from damn good bourbon chicken, it was that, oh man, do I hate zombies. Yeah, I tell you, there's a real enlightenment to be found on the open road, with no witness but the cinemascope sky. Solitude's the only real test of character. To be out there on your own is to see deep inside yourself. But soul-searching means nothing to those who don't have one. And solitude is no fortress against the walking dead. No, we need to stick together. This is a test of character forged in fire. I've been tinkering with these instruments of death, and I think they'll do the trick. Still need a test run, though. Preferably somewhere we don't knock over any picket fences.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and just get some of these. Moose is another one of the characters that I really like.
Quick access inventory updated.
Moose is the one that, in the last stream where they're talking about, you know, when Roger and Andy are talking, like, go get him, that's Moose. Getting some romantic advice, so to speak. You get a little bit more of that in the next mission. Okay, so we've got a Moose's Arsenal.
Acquired.
And again, the rework on this is so much better. The way they did it for Secret World Legends with the temporary powers instead of temporary items. Yeah, a lot of the changes that they made in obviously temporary powers versus temporary items kind of screws me out of some lighting things, like I don't get torches and stuff like that. And that makes taking photos difficult. But all in all, this is, you know, a better system, especially for doing mission. While we're here, grab a couple of these. These are good repeatables that are easy. They're FedEx missions. And we'll try to lure these guys without killing them. Maybe not. A little harder to do when you're so high level that they don't aggro on you. But let's find some more zombies to kill. It's one of those quirks of games, like when you're actually not able to get the enemy to attack you. You know, sometimes it's really good when you're low level, but when you get to the higher level, it can be quite a difficulty. So we're just running around testing out these mines, because a mine is a terrible thing to waste. Yeah, I went there. Alright, so we turned in the field report for the mailbox. Now we're gonna get the Molotov cocktails. We're gonna head back this way since we have the other delivery mission. Moose is a pretty effective weapon maker, and Edgar is a pretty effective self-trained tinkerer. He's probably on the verge of being a techno mage, I think, but it's hard to say. They never really specifically say it, but he does some interesting stuff with tech. More caches. We're gonna head this way. Those are pretty effective. It'd be nice if you could have these all the time. Okay, let's go back to the Raven's Knock. We don't want to sprint because that might actually lose our temporary ability. I don't want to mess with that. More kitties. The cats have returned now that Halloween is over. We still gotta kill some more zombies, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll just head down the street here. Even though the map gives us a specific area, we don't really need to. We just need to kill a bunch of zombies. And they're a little easier to find on the side street, or these streets here, than the main street. Right, now we need napalm. Speaking of which, we need to go to the top of Main Street, actual Main Street, not this main street. Oh, there I go. I went and messed up. Okay, let's go. Shift. Gonna put the napalm here. And it's kind of fun to watch because it starts popping up all throughout the area, all throughout the street here, and starts killing all the zombies. And we'll just sort of put this here. Alright, now time to go into the sewers and really set some stuff on fire.
Temporary abilities acquired.
Ah, it's different. Gonna place some mines. I don't know how long it takes them to start going off. We're just gonna place a whole ton of these mines. This is kind of, they've reversed it. Interesting. Used to put the IED away over there. Or right here, and you had to defend it. Alright, now we're defending ourselves by placing more mines. I think it might have gotten rid of all the mines that we had. And now we just have to wait. And you see there's zombies coming down the way. A drog. Mostly zombies. Thankfully they're gonna run into some mines. We're just gonna keep putting more down. Maybe throw off a napalm or two. The napalm is fun, but it takes a long time to place. Once you get it down, it's a pretty cool effect. Yeah, I think the missions like this, where you have all these temporary powers, are a nice little break. Especially if you can justify them story-wise, which they do in Secret World Legends. It's a nice little break from having to use your standard build and stuff like that. Yay, we did it! The enemies keep coming! Mission should be ending, but it's not. That's fine, we get to play some more with the Molotovs. Let's go this way. The mission is technically ended, but we can just go over here. A convincing demonstration. We approve of diversified means. The dragon cannot promise you strength in numbers. Fate decides how many we are. But as you have shown, numbers mean nothing in the face of preparedness. Your data allows us to analyze our enemy's strengths and weaknesses. This will make us prepared. For now, we are excited by the early results of long-range fire tactics. The greatest gift is an enemy who runs towards you only to lay down and kiss your feet. Gotta love the dragon. Yeah, Dark Agartha releases Wednesday, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do the stream on Wednesday or keep it to Thursdays. Obviously, doing something brand new on patch day can be very buggy, but at the same time, I kind of want to get in there and see what it is. So we'll see. I also have DCU Online Atlantis that I want to do. I'm not sure when that's going to happen though. There's several other things that are coming down the pipe that you'll see more on in the next week's schedule. That should be fun. So it's all about squeezing everything into a busy week next week and see where things land. So we'll see. What am I doing on dailies? Need one more side mission and 4 empowerments. Okay, well let's go ahead and do that real quick. So we'll jump over. We'll jump here. And I have to say, it took a large amount of self-restraint to not do this mission as I walked by it earlier today. This mission is pretty much just like ingrained into me that every time I walk past it, I must do it. It took a considerable amount of telling myself no, 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 all the way through because I had to avoid doing it. Just because I wanted to have all my challenges set to 0 before we started the stream. So if I would have done that, then I would have had one one side mission completed before the stream, and I didn't want to do that. Alright, so there's our another just random field report. Let's go ahead and try to do our 4 empowerments. Should be fairly easy. We've got a few things here. Let's see, we've got a few of these we can get. Okay. Alright, let's see what we've got. We're getting pretty close to having everything yellow. Hikari already has everything yellow, but Liz is a little bit behind. Because she wasn't a sub. I didn't have this account subbed as long. Because Hikari is on my Grandmaster account. So she's subbed forever, whereas Liz I have to pay every month for. We'll just get our 4 empowerments done real quick. Alright, that does our dailies, gets our bonus, so we're in the bonuses. Which we're probably not going to get all 5 of those done, but let's see. We can do a piece of the road, which is kind of fun. Or let's see. Or we can do Danny's mission. Let's do a piece of the road.
Call no man happy until he's dead. Herodotus said that. As a kid, I thought he was making bitter commentary. But what it actually means is that the value of something can't be determined till you can look at the whole. Till the final tally. When that tally comes, where do you think you and I'll stand, my friend? When I busted out of my cubicle coffin and found the road, I thought I was adding to that tally. And I abandoned the road to help Andy and Helen and the rest of the survivors. That added something new and special. And I still get pangs for the open road. 2 loves pulling on me like a wishbone. Can't complain, though. Some people drift through life feeling no pull at all. Guess longing for the road set me to tinkering. Found a little free time and spare parts. Next thing I know, I've nearly completed a bike. I like to keep busy. Idle hands are the devil's playthings, or so they say. But it's more complicated than that. What you craft with your hands eventually crafts you. I don't want implements of death to be the only thing that these hands work on. I don't want that defining me. I got the bike stashed nearby. It's not finished. In fact, it's running kind of rough, but you can take it for a test spin. I'll give you a call when you're on the road. I'll be seeing you later, Fred.
There's a reason why Kingsmouth is everybody's favorite zone. Like, it wins. Anytime there's like a fan poll or whatever, Kingsmouth wins hands down. And then everything else comes in like way far away in second and third. And there are great zones and there are great individual missions within each zone. But Kingsmouth just captures what Secret World is immediately when you log in. It's why I play it. That's why I played the Secret World for so long. It's like, I get in there and you've got Boone, and you've got the sheriff, and everybody, and it all clicks. It's one of those things where the game just managed. Once you get past the incredibly long tutorial, the game really sucks you in. So we've got this clunker of a bike that doesn't like to do anything.
Engine sounds rough, don't it? Head over to Edgar's. Here's some parts set aside. Should be just the thing to get that ride up to speed.
Because we need Edgar's nasty parts that might walk away from us at any minute. Obviously, this bike is not in any condition to run fast. And it breaks down on us. Alright. So this is what it will do. It will kind of break down on us and get us attacked by zombies. Try to get to old Edgar. Slow root move. Back in the old game, this was how you got Sprint 5 and 6.
Local bounty detected. Initiating.
Not that way anymore, obviously. And you had to buy this mission. Or rather buy it, yeah, you had to buy the mission. If you wanted it. It's a different way to go. It was basically one of those things where you got the bike and the 2 sprints for a lot cheaper than you could buy them in game, or they were just really expensive to earn in game because you had to. They were millions of packs. It was something that I was never going to earn that much packs because I wasn't out grinding dungeons. So, you know, just paying for the mission and doing it this way was much better for me, for sure. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Alright. So, we need to find the parts that have walked away on us. He had them saved, but of course they walked away, so. Got the exhaust. And some lubricant for the fuel pump. Oh, there's a lure? Sure enough is. Alright, now let's go ahead and see if we can get the bike working better. Trying to go around without fighting too many golems.
If the engine's purring, you've done right, friend. Should be handling like a dream now. But you might be able to coax a little more speed. One of the survivors who came to us from the airport told me about all the odds and ends she saw there. I think you'll find just the thing to give you a boost.
The survivor you talk about is part of an ARG, ARG, that was out around the time this mission came out. You don't actually ever meet her in game, but it was a cool little side thing that went on. Got a text from Moose. Hey, Boo Bear. Took some doing and near miss with dead things, but I managed to rustle up some grub for a pretty decent rooftop picnic for two. What say we have a little break? Bring that good coffee. I don't think that was meant for us. Sorry, friend. That last message wasn't meant for you. These great big fingers were never much meant for touch phones. So again, yeah, obviously a rooftop picnic kind of alludes itself that he was trying to text Andy. And now the bike is running a little nicely, but it's not quite, nothing exceptional about it, right? Let's go ahead and see if we can find some more parts.
Sounds like that bike's ready for the big country. I'd like you to have it. You've done a lot for us. A piece of the road is the best gift I know how to give. So go rev the engine. Romance the horizon. When the final tally comes, I'd like to think you'll look Herodotus in the eye, give him a wink, and say it was a good ride.
That's a fun mission, for sure. And you clear this out, and you do get this bike, a Franken chopper. Sometimes the road is the dragon's tongue. You can hear the stories when the breath of the wind plays off it. We have heard the stories of the successful walking corpse that was Sandy Jensen, who died and rose again as the living moose. We know of the black dog that tailed him on the desolate cornfield roads of central Illinois. We know the family he helped from a feral pack of vampires in Mexico. We know of the voodoo mambo who promised him a favor of eternal gratitude in Louisiana. We know what the writing on the wall said in the motel room in Nevada. Does Moose follow the weird, or does the weird follow him? Dun dun dun. Alright, obviously I need to spend some skill points. Yeah. We'll just go ahead and put them here. At this point I'm just filling out decks because I have all the powers I could really want on Liz. Alright, and that allows us to use not the speed demon, but the Franken chopper, as I actually open it. This is a bit of a point of contention for a lot of people, because the Franken chopper you now get for free once you reach level 50 and do this mission. Um, but the Frankenchopper doesn't have the abilities that the bike that you used to get. So you get this, which physically looks like the bike that people paid for in the Secret World. It's a cool bike. It's just kind of average, everyday bike. Has 4624 TSW on the back still. You know, it's kind of fun, right? But the bike, as far as like hours wise, you got, this is one you actually have to buy. This one has like saddlebags and it looks really cool. But it also has a boost, which a lot of people already paid for this, right? So they were kind of mad that they didn't get it in the other game, in Secret World Legends. Understandably so. I get why they didn't do it that way, but you actually do get this mission. If you had it in the other game, you do get it. It's a weird way to go about it. But a lot of people were kind of like, well, I should already get the other chopper if I've already done it. It's like, well, yeah, but as with many things, they had to keep certain mission-bound items bound to the mission. So they kind of had to split the bike into two different bikes. It was an interesting way to do it, but it caused some people to be a little upset at first. But, I mean, I am more annoyed with the whole dancing shoes. And that's one of those things that probably annoys a lot of people, is the fact that we went and purchased dancing shoes and now they're one of the hardest achievements to get. And it basically means you have to grind out a whole bunch of achievements to get dancing shoes. And it's like, okay, it's generally a social thing. Social things are not generally the people who use social items are usually like our peers and stuff who typically aren't grinding out the game. So it's a really weird achievement to put so high up on the list. But a lot of those choices were made, a year and a half ago and 2 years ago, really. And there's not a whole lot you can do about it now. But I am looking forward to trying out Dark Agartha when it comes out. I'm looking forward to a lot of new games that Conan is working on or going to be working on in the near future. I kind of discussed that a little bit, like say, in the article I posted. Which I will put right here. If you haven't seen it, I've been putting it everywhere because, of course, it's my first real, writing thing that I've done for related to streams. But yeah, definitely, if you have some time, go ahead and check that out. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. And we got some more stuff planned. I don't know. I may switch up my stream tomorrow and do the DCUO Atlantis. Instead of MechWarrior Online. Just because MechWarrior Online is fun, but it's a little bit, I think people would like to see the new stuff with Atlantis first, right? So that's probably what I'm going to do instead. But keep an eye on Twitters and stuff like that, and we'll know more tomorrow. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.